Alright, if you're sick of buying a whole bunch of pedals that cost a fortune, check this guy out. This is the NUX Drive Core Deluxe Mark II. It will set you back $119, which is excellent value. Now, if you were to buy all the vintage effects that are built into this on the used market, it would set you back $3,700 US dollars or around 5,500 Australian dollars. This isn't just an all analog 8-in-1. It's more like a 9-in-1 thanks to the clean boost circuit built into here as well. And I'll give you a full rundown of this in just a moment. But you're about to hear this in the context of a jam track while we cycle through all 8 effects and then click on the clean boost right at the end. So stay tuned for that. Thanks to NUX for sending this in and sponsoring this video. As always, they have no input into my video, nor do they get to preview it ahead of time. And all thoughts, as per always, are my own. Let's get into it. Let me give you a quick rundown of each of the 8 effects, starting with the first 2. So we've got the legendary TS808 and TS9. Both are either Ibanez or Maxon pedals if you go back far enough. So it gives you that classic mid-hump overdrive sound. Position number 3 is a NUX pedal. It's the Steel Singer Drive, which is based on a Dumble. It's a really musical overdrive. The 4th effect is the Keeley Red Dirt option, and this gives you some really great tones. Actually one of my favorites on the pedal. The next one is the OD1, which is a Boss pedal, and this is kind of legendary. They don't make them anymore, and it's another really musical dirt option on here. The MXR Distortion Plus is in position 6, and this is a distortion pedal, so it's not an overdrive. It's got a very different character. A little bit on the fizzy side, but it's a bit of fun. The last 2 are based on the Nobels ODR1, which is again another pedal I've never owned. The first one is your standard one, and the last one is the NUX-modded version of the Nobels. So it re-EQs the pedal and just gives you a much tighter sound overall. I much prefer it. Lastly, we get this nice soft switching system here, which works great. And if you hold the button down for 0.6 seconds, you can turn the clean boost or the post boost on or off. Let's kick it off. I'm going to start on my Stratocaster, and I'll play a mix of both bridge and neck pickup. And they're the only 2 pickup combinations I'm going to use while I cycle through all 8 tonal options. This is my clean tone on my Blues Deluxe. Some of these sound similar to each other and some are completely different. This last one's unbelievable. It gives you such a great tone. I was a big fan of the R Dirt option as well. Very musical, like. And then when you get over to that last one, it's just a great sort of balls to the wall overdrive sound. It's a little bit brighter too, so you might want to just experiment around with the tone control if you find one you like. That's the sweet spot right there. That sounds great. Let us know what you think. Let's take a look at the post boost. Now this is actually located after the overdrive circuit, so it's not adding preamp gain, it's just making things louder. It also gives you more perceivable top end as well because it's a full range clean boost. I'll show you a couple of positions on this just with some bluesy ideas, being that this is also a great pedal for blues players. Neck pickup. So it really brings that alive. The headroom increases as well as the volume. It's pretty cool. Let's try the same thing now on the Red Dirt option. It's another great blues tone. Now with it on. And lastly, over to the NUX mod. I really like this one. It does have more of a scooped mid-range, but it feels great to play. Now with the boost. Yeah, let us know what you think. Let's try some higher gain tones on all 8 different settings, and I'll start with the first one. Here we go. Bridge pickup. Yeah, the high gain ones work really well with the 335. Now what I'm going to do is show you the NUX mod, which is probably my personal favorite, just with some riff stuff with the boost. So this is with it off. That's a ball terror. That sounds great. Now, if you're someone who likes to work your volume control, this pedal cleans up beautifully. This is with it down. let's wrap this up. I'm going to give you some final thoughts here on the NUX Drivecore Deluxe Mark II. This is a really well-made pedal. There's nothing cheap about the build. It's a metal enclosure. Everything feels great, so no complaints there. I love the smart and soft switching. It's also a great point of difference from a lot of other effects pedals. Now, in terms of tones, this gets a 9 out of 10. The only thing I didn't love about it was the Distortion Plus. It's like the odd man out of the bunch, but it's good to have some versatility. So, and everyone plays different music as well. But that was the only one where I thought, man, it's just a little bit on the sizzly side. But experiment around with the treble control. And if you're playing a different amp, for example, or maybe a active pickup electric guitar, that's where that may actually shine. So that's just my own opinion, being a fan of more of the sort of vintage tube screamer kind of things. Now, in terms of the tube screamer sounds and the TS808 and all that, it nails it. It feels great. The OD1 was very impressive. It's the first time I've really used that circuit. It feels great. The Keeley Red Dirt option on here also was probably one of my favorites. And I got to give it hats off to NUX for their mod of the ODR in position number 8. That thing was fantastic as well. So there's plenty of great tones. You could easily stack 2 of these on a board and then just experiment around and get the best combinations that you like for your ear. Now, this post boost is cool. The only ding against it for some people is some people like a preamp boost, not a post boost. Now, if you're someone who wants to get more saturation by slamming the front end of this, you'll need to run an additional effects pedal like the Clone or a clean boost or whatever into this. But the post boost is great because what it does, it makes everything louder and you get what feels like more headroom as well. So if you just want your sound to be louder in the mix, that's where that really works well. And yeah, I've really no complaints about this in terms of not only how it's built, but how it sounds and feels to play. It worked great with my Fender Blues Deluxe. Sounded great with my Strat. It also sounded good with the 335. So yeah, let us know what you think. If you want to take a look at this, I'll link it down below. Thanks for watching.